market is not by what you have and what you're bringing to the table, but by talking about the problems that you're solving. Not the technology that you're bringing, the problems that you're solving.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the real world, people buy problems. They don't buy technology. Not in business.
Yes.
This is hard for most companies to wrap their head around. I can tell you, my clients, we have discussions on this all the time. I keep telling them, it's not your better mousetrap that they're buying. They have a problem. They see the world through their problems. They have solutions to those problems. They're not looking for another solution. But when you talk about the problems that you solve, and you go into detail, not a 10,000-meter view, a 1-meter view, that gets their attention because they know the solutions they have are not quite adequate. They're kind of good enough, and they'll live with the problems. What we do as human beings is we tend to live with the problems that we have if they're not that bad. What you're doing by talking about it, you're making them anxious that they're worse than they remember. And you're selling them the problem. Once they realize they have a problem, then they're interested in what they can do to fix it.
Yes.
That is the key to success in selling their services, their data center in a container, their colos, all of that. The key is the problem. Selling the problem. Selling the inefficiencies of the data centers they have, and what that costs them, and what that means in carbon footprint. Some people are very concerned about carbon footprint.
I hear you. I'm having some trouble hearing you.
Okay. Where did I break up for you?
No, I can hear you, but it's there are some noises in the background. Actually.
Yeah, I hear some noise in the background too. I don't know what that is.
Maybe it's Jeremy.
I'm sorry, guys. I just to connect from the Boston office. Can you hear me? Or okay, I will be on mute, and when I need to ask a question, then I will be on mute. Okay?
No, don't be on mute. Get on the call with us. I could actually just hear some noises, and I wasn't sure whether it was bad connection or you were connected.
Okay, okay. So I'm sorry, I'm a bit late. Okay, go ahead. So you were talking about the fact that you need, first of all, actually, you need to understand the problem and to solve an issue for the co-location provider, right?
Right. You have to emphasize the problem. You have to talk about the problem. So, for example, one of the things we talked about, and you missed the early part of the discussion, Jeremy. Early on, we were talking about one of the things that they want to address is data center efficiency. If they're providing a more efficient data center, which odds are they are, efficiency comes from power and cooling. So, for example, in opencompute.org, which if you're not familiar with, you should be, is the Facebook originated open source for hardware architectures in the data center. Facebook gets a 92 to 93% efficiency on power into the building getting to the devices. A typical data center is at 50%. So let us say for a moment your client is more in lines with the opencompute.org. That means that if you're talking to an enterprise data center saying, are you concerned with your carbon footprint? Are you aware you're probably wasting more than half of the power and cooling coming into your building? Right? And they'll go, well, yeah, what are you doing to reduce your carbon footprint? Odds are they're doing nothing. That's the point. What you're doing by talking about the problem, by asking what they're, and by the way, the best way to ask this, and I'm going to tell you the right words to teach your client to ask when they're in the market, is what is your process for reducing your inefficient carbon footprint in your data center? Not what are you doing, what is your process? Assume that they have one. They're going to look at you and going, we don't have one. So would it be of benefit to you if you could get your data center power and